is... Oh no, so here, I'm dumb. Drop down. Keep on going. Pick it up. All right, so you've been buying in bulk. Why? Well, that's just what resellers do. Buy a lot for a little, sell a little for a lot. It's the whole entire name of the game. Typically, shipping twice as much product does not cost twice as much. So the more units you can ship to somebody, typically the more profitable it's going to be for you. So things have been going great. You've been selling 2 units at a time, 3 units at a time, 4 units at a time. It's all been going good for you. All of a sudden you get a 25 unit order and you're freaked out. You have no idea what you're going to do and how you're going to get your shipment to your buyer. You're not just going to put one label on all 25 of these. We're going to break it up into multiple shipments. That might seem like common sense, but I'm going to break down a little bit and give you some pointers on how you can make sure you're protecting your profit as well in something this big. When I'm looking at this, the first thing that I see right away on how I could get this there, I could do 5 shipments of 5, just shipping them 1 unit wide by 5 units tall. I could do 4 shipments of 6, where I'm doing 2 units wide, 3 units tall, and then do ship them a single in addition to that. Or I could try to do 2 shipments of 3 by 4, which would be 12 by 12, and then again send them a single in addition to that. Before I start to break things down, each unit itself is 12 inches long, 8 inches wide, and 8 inches tall, and each unit weighs 8 pounds and 13 ounces. The first 2 options that sounded the most realistic to me were the 5 by 5 options, or the shipping 4 shipments of 2 by 3 and 1 single in addition to that. Doing the 2 shipments of 3 by 4 with almost 9-pound units, I just thought was going to be too heavy of a package to make it there safely. And honestly, what I used to determine that situation was ChatGPT. So I'll go ahead and roll that clip now to show you what that conversation was like. Okay, so I'm going to take you behind the screen now and show you how I made my decision between 5 shipments of 5 or 4 shipments of 6 plus a shipment of a single. But real quick, before we actually do that part, we got to get our measurements of how the product's actually going to go out if we do it each of the different ways. So first one I'll do first is the 5 by 5. So if we did 5 by 5, it's going to be 40 inches tall. I mean, I guess we could have just multiplied 8 by 5, couldn't we? And then 12 units long, 8 inches wide. And then for the 2 by 3 method, it would then be 16 inches wide, 24 inches tall, and then still 12 inches long. So that is our dimensions for our packages. And then we will now do some math on the weight and see. Take you behind the screen and show what we're looking at. All right, so here we are. I'm gonna go in here and get the shipping label. I'm gonna put in the first one, the 4 shipments of 6 units. So that would have came out to 16 by 12 by 24, and each one of those was gonna be, let's call it 53 pounds. So USPS, as you can see, if you can see it, I hope you can. 8413. If you can't, it's 8413. If you hit that pencil mark right there, it'll actually take you into all the different carriers in which you can send your package. So on all of your big ones, definitely check it out. I mean, you can check them out on all your orders, but certainly the big ones because they can have a big difference. So USPS, $84.13. Definitely not going to go with that. You scroll through these are all just the flat rates. So these, if it fit in one of their custom or default boxes, that's would be these options here. Keep on scrolling, and this is actually what we're going to be looking for is the FedEx and UPS rates. So if you can't see that again, FedEx to ship that dimensions is $32.60, and then UPS for those dimensions is $53.81. So FedEx would be the cheapest way to ship those specific dimensions. So I checked the prices earlier. It looks like it was actually 6 cents difference earlier, depending on how I put it in. So we're just gonna roll with how I have it on this sheet here. $32.66 by 4 to ship those 4 packages of 6 would be $130.64. This single 12A8 8-pound 13-ounce package, the cheapest one again, was FedEx, $7.68. I just did the same thing I did for the other one. Looked at my options. The cheapest one was $7.68. So those 4 32.66s equal $130.64 plus that $7.68. Shipping that package that way would cost $138.32. So now we're going to go in here and look at the 5x5 method. We said that was 8 by 12 by 40. So 8 by 12 by 40. And then those are going to weigh 44 pounds each. Okay, so there we go. We got our dimensions in. Once again, USPS is crazy high, $81. Hit the pencil so we can go in and shop different carriers. Scroll past all the flat rate stuff. FedEx home delivery, $23.40. So that's way cheaper than the other one, $32. And then our other options, FedEx Ground, UPS Ground, $30, $32. So actually, this one per shipment at least is going to be the cheapest, $23.40. Earlier it looked like it was 1 cent more, however I had it put in, so we're just going to roll with what I had on my paper again. $23.41 times 5, that's only going to be $117.05 to ship it that way. Total difference between the two is more than $20. It's $21 difference in profit by taking a couple of seconds to see which way was going to be more efficient to ship it. Alright, we'll also make this one of those videos where we see how long this takes us. So, 9:05 right now. Let's do this. Alright, so I think the easiest way with big packages like these, or multiple packages like these I should say, definitely want to make sure they're all facing the same way. It helps if none of them are damaged too, like it looks like this little box is right here. Alright, so those are all facing the same way. Take this tape. I want to make contact with as much of this side as possible. Really rub it down. Across the top, rub it down. Even up your boxes a little bit. Make it touch as far down as you can. So now, more than 75% of this box is being held together by tape. So now we can drop down. Keep on going. Pick it up. Alright, in packages this big, you do not want to be shy with how much tape you use. So, because you can see why. There's a lot of stuff. So, same concept. I'm going to start going from the sides, holding corners together. I also don't use standard packing tape. This was called sealing tape. And I think it was actually cheaper than packing tape, but I like it a lot better. I think it works better, so. And I buy it by the 36 count. So buy everything in bulk. Alright. Now, to me, I would say that's good enough for that one. But I can show you something else you could do if you're really worried about them. You should get some of this. This is cling wrap. This specific roll is it's a weird size. 17 inches. Probably would have been nice to actually have like 24 inches, and they also sell ones with handles on the end, so it makes wrapping it easier. But you could take this and wrap it around all your packages too, and then put some tape around this. I'm actually not going to do that because, like I said, I know those are going to be safe. But if you're ever worried about it, get some cling wrap. Probably get 24 inches, or whatever you think is going to work best for you. And then they do have ones with handles on the end. Alright, so we're going to need the real scale for this one. There you go, 42.5 if you can't see it. Bam! Alright, so that's package number 1 right there. Just gotta do that 4 more times. Super fun. Oh. Let's see. I'm actually gonna be a dog too and mark these. 1 out of 5. Whew. Alright, I broke a sweat. I'm turning on a fan for this. So, if the audio gets wacky, It's not my fault, but it is. I'm sorry. Okay, so here's the rest of the magic happens. We go in here to purchase our label. 42.5 pounds, 40, 12, 8. Save. Oops, don't purchase that expensive one. FedEx home delivery, $22.96. Save. Purchase shipping label. Something else you can do if you're really worried about it too. Just in case these don't come out to the exact, all come out to the exact dimensions. Where'd I put that marker? I'm gonna put the last four of the tracking number on each of these. So 1392. Number 1392. Go ahead and save that label. I email it to myself. Boom. Alright, that's the first one. Alright, let's do the same thing. Before I start that package, forgot. So go back in here, and now instead of saying purchase your label or get label, it says leave feedback. Hit the arrow, hit manage shipping. It's going to show you your label. Scroll over and hit purchase another label. That does not void that label. That's not going to refund your last label or anything. So this just gives you the ability to purchase another label and send it to the exact same address. So 40, 12, 8. That one was only 42.1. FedEx home. Purchase label. This one's going to be $86.90. How do we keep going? And I guess too, check me out. It's adding up all of your shipping labels and your shipping costs down here. So your order earnings is taking all of the labels into consideration that you've purchased in this order. Purchase. This is going to be number 3 out of 5. It is. Oh no. So here, I'm dumb. Here's something else you do. If you accidentally purchase USPS or a wrong label, you hit these 3 dots right here. No. Alright, yeah. So you hit those 3 dots right here if you accidentally purchase the wrong label. Cancel the shipping label. Other, comment, wrong, carrier. Void this label. Alright, label has been voided. The bad thing about this and how it's going to affect the video is that refunds can take a few days to get processed. So we're just going to add $80.80 back into our order total to get accurate numbers at the end. So cut me some slack, guys. Alright, label has been voided. Let's try this again. 12, 8, 40, 42.5. Change the damn service, you dummy. FedEx home, save. Alright, we're back on track. This is number 4070. Alright, we're more than halfway through, and it's 9:30. 60% of the way through to be exact. Purchase another label. FedEx home. Purchase. Purchase. Yo. 12, 8, 40, 42, 2. Don't be doing this shit now. Alright, y'all. We just wanted to do some math since we're having some trouble here. If we're, I mean, obviously this is going to fix itself later and I'll be able to get this label, but if you ever got in this situation and you needed to print a label out like right away, go to Pirate Bay or pirateship.com and make a free account. Rates are comparable to eBay's and print out your label. We'll just do the math to figure out what our net profit was. So we got to add back in. Let's see. We got to add in. We're going to add or subtract 22.96. And then we'll plus. The voided label was 80. 80. Alright. So 80 minus 22.96. Oh my gosh. 80 minus 22.96 equals 57.84. That will add into our order total. So there's all of our shipping. 172.64. 80 of 80 needs to get refunded, and we'll purchase another $23 label tomorrow when the app is working, which makes a difference of $57.84 plus the $323.43 equals $381.27 gross order. And then I paid $750 for each of those units. So $750 times 25. My cost of goods sold was $187.50. 381.27 minus 187.50 just made $193.77 of gross profit. We made that in 45 minutes. So 45 minutes is 75% of an hour. So if you divide this by, what is it, 0.25? No. 193.77 divided by 0.75. Yeah, so if we would have worked a full hour, we're making $258 an hour on that order right there. But in reality, it took us 45 minutes and we profited $193.77. Now, I'm just going to slap some stickers on this thing. And I'm going to call it a night. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. Bam. 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 I'm sweating like a pig, but hey, $200 in 45 minutes. Profit, $250 an hour. That's working for yourself. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Oh, and if I never said, I don't think I ever did say it. Each of these units, 264 espresso shots. So all 25 of these were 6,600 espresso shots. So I'll print out these 5 FedEx labels tomorrow, and we'll send these guys off to New Jersey. Like, comment, subscribe. Help me out with the algo. Peace.